Okay, so it looks like we have nailed our bottom side targets and top side targets with accuracy. The bullish formation we discovered yesterday is being respected, and price shows a declining trend, which means we're following a regression. Let's pop open the charts for a potential edge over tomorrow. Welcome back to the channel on this Taco Tuesday. This is ARCa, and let's dive into ticker symbol COSM. Let's kill 'em, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and dive into ticker symbol COSM, and we're observing here the hourly time frame in which yesterday we identified that there could be a potential downside starting in the AM before a recovery, right? So this candle that I'm pointing at right there, that tiny little one, was in fact the candle that we used as a hint that we may be facing a downside at the initial part of the day, right? So as you can see here, we opened up the candle at 104. We came down and touched our first target that we spoke of at 103. We recovered, right? Touched down at the 107 that we spoke of too, and then came all the way back down. All the way back down to touch our secondary target as well. So that was the 102 target, right, team? So everything is looking good. The post market there ended up touching that very bottom side there, but it's all good. We never came back to touch any of the bottom side targets here, but what we did do is in fact get the recovery that we spoke of, and we came right into our range that we spoke of between 108 and 109. Okay, so very, very accurate times here. Okay, so I'm very excited to have displayed to you, some potential targets that you could use for your advantage. Now, just like we did here, just like we identified here, we noticed a candle that closed beneath the regression of the linear band. This is quite the opposite here, right? We have a candle that closed above the linear band, which would indicate a potential upside continuation here, right? So I'm saying that there is a potential for it. It is not something that I'm saying that will happen. It's just that, remember, if you're a regular here, you'll know that the linear bands have maybe a 72% accuracy, right? So in this case, this technically belongs to the bulls right now, and price action could lead to a further upside, right? So I think that we could be facing a resistance of about 107, and I'll go ahead and list it here, right? So 107 to about 108. So I'm just going to go ahead and jot that down there. So let's go ahead and do that. 107 to about 108, just like this here, right? As the new area of resistance. We're going to color it slightly different. Okay. So now if we do get this touch of the 108, the trick here would be to try to close a candle above 108, right? Specifically 107 if it's on the next hourly candle. So if we can close above 107, then we can start testing the top sides of about 109 into even potentially 110, right? And 110 shares the top side of this wick right over here. So I can go ahead and now also take into consideration 110 to about 109, right? So we'll go ahead and draw that resistance right over here. Okay, so yeah, I think this is looking okay. And we're just going to go ahead and meet it all the way there. Perfect. Okay, so this would be the resistance levels for tomorrow. Remember that in order for us to get this top side, we need to close an hourly candle above the regression right here, right? So that would be closing anywhere above 107, and that would give us an upside continuation probability here. Okay. And so that is a possibility. I'm just saying that there could be, right? But remember that we're still within this formation here, right? So if we were to start an upside here, it looks like 106 is already at the resistance. So 107 starts to look immediately better, right? So 107 could actually resist, and we could come back down to the area of about 104, right? So please remember that 104 is still a viable support. Now, 104, however, does have other, the 104 target below it definitely has other supports that we looked at from today. Okay, so please remember that we still have these supports to look at. Okay, that would be the 104 to 105 and the 103 range, right? So let's go ahead and just get these colored in that blue color just so that we can identify what could be happening for tomorrow. Okay, so this is so far, yeah, so far this looks like what we could be facing, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart here and see what we have, right? Okay, so we closed traditional hours at one. Let's see. Yeah, traditional hours closed at 107, post market at 105. I think I think it's due to the resistance from a regression that we're facing here, right? We are literally at 107. We are right at the resistance here, so it would only make sense that we did resist from that point there, right? So this shows that there could be further fluctuation, right? And then we'll see if we can break out upon the closure of this weekly biweekly candle. That's going to be over in 2 days and 20 hours, which could be by the end of I think Thursday, and then we should see the implications or the yeah, we should see the implications on Friday, and we'll keep up with this too. So we'll see what's up. Okay, team. And another thing that's actually starting to fortify here is the fact that we are in critical contraction with a potential upside pivot on stochastics, right? So this is particularly nice because this is presenting a potential setup that we have identified before. And it does have an 89% accuracy. So the thing here is that we need the volatility component, which is the spectrum line here, the one that changes colors, and the moving average, both to be pivoted upside and beyond the 15%, which marks off the critical contraction zone. So as long as we have, yeah, so as long as we have the moving average and the volatility component pivoted towards the upside, suggesting expansion, and stochastic momentum with an upside pivot, then we're going to be able to look at some probabilities here for some upside, right? As you can see here, we have an 89% probability based on 37 total iterations throughout the entire trading history of the COSM asset, right? These are all of my samples here that I've gathered, and this is the data set right over here, right? So that is giving us 33 out of the 37 guessed correctly to the upside, and that would mark off the average upside thrust, or your mean, would be 28% increase, right? So that would be very interesting because I think that's starting to match some of the targets that we're facing here, right? So let's just say that we were to break out. Let's see. Yeah, well, this one right here, right? So that's showing a 20% increase to the backside of the triangle, and it looks like we have just about a 27% increase to $1.30. That is if we fire the signal from about 102, right? So that's starting to show some pretty nice confluence here, right? I would say the psychological prize objective from the triangle, the larger side, with statistics. So psychology and statistics and geometrics as well, right? Because of the not 618 being so close to there, the golden mean. So all three components are actually confluent to each other. And I really like to see things like that, right? So confluence is definitely something that traders look for. Okay, so now the last part of the analysis here will be the RSI, right? So we have some consolidation in the immediate short term. Let's see the 15-minute. Yeah, consolidation in the immediate short term. The let's see, bi-hourly time frame still consolidating as well. The 4-hour time frame is starting to create a little bit of a bearish cross here. So yeah, there could be a slight downside before a recovery into the middle of the day. Let's see. So yeah, I think if there's going to be anything that we succeed first, it may actually be touched down to yeah. I think these would be the first targets to look at, right? 104 to 105. And then also, 103, the 103 range, right? So 103 to 105 would really be the spot of support before actually finding an upside, and the RSI kind of gives that out by seeing the 4-hour time frame fail the SMA 14, which is the 14-day simple moving average represented by the pink line. RSI signal is the blue line, the teal line. It's a standard RSI setup. It is my script, but it is a standard one, right? So, and then you can see right down here on the 8-hour time frame that there is still a little bit further downside to go before we can face a bounce. And that would also have the 12-hour time. So the 8-hour would cascade into the 12-hour time frame, face that bounce as well. And it looks like the daily time frame is already experiencing the bounce. So we would only respect this and have it get closer to the gravitational zone. So if we do get that, and then the daily time frame starts showing some upside here, which would then cascade into the 3-day, which is also getting close to the gravitational zone, that would create a whole event, right? And that would be the firing of the signal for the historical volatility versus stochastic momentum on the daily time frame for a 28% move to the upside that can be around the $1.30 zone at its max mean, right? So that's presently what I'm looking at here, team. So please remember to take advantage of the ARCa Masters course, my 16-week mentorship, as I have opened up 30 more chairs, and they are getting taken pretty quickly, right? So I would encourage you to take advantage of this, right? Because this will be my last one. ARCa Masters course at gmail.com, and I will send you the disclaimer and the syllabus and everything pertaining to the 16-week mentorship. Okay, team? Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.